You stole my heart, you intercepted it. Now you're gone, have to accept it. Did I meet your mom too soon? Or did I do what I always do? Yeah, we made it to the 50, and then you kissed me. We made it to the 40, a new love story. We made it to the 30, and you did me dirty right then. You put the end in tight end, and as I touched down, just like you in a game, I'm in another town, and nothing feels the same. Wish I could go back when we met that day.
Oh, I'm
Me happy boy.
What are you afraid of? If you don't
Me
have the
Chinese.
courage to get rich,
Make a lot of
you
money.
deserve to be poor. Join
German sips with a grin so wide. Pogs on the table can't hide his pride. Creator in the corner starts to glare. Madness sparks and hate fills the air. Stack 'em high, a tower of luck. Germans winning, it feels like pluck. Alice Matt's fury, a brewing storm. Visions of pogs in every form. Pogs are spinning, tables turning. Alice Matt's eyes with fierce fire burning. Germans' laughter echoes loud in a world that's pog-bound proud. Matt sees and he's mad insane. Eyes on fire, can't take the strain. Pogs and pieces drive him to pain. His patience snapping like an old chain. And he's mad insane. Eyes on fire, can't take the strain. Pogs and pieces drive him to pain. His patience snapping like an old chain. Das nie gewinnen, enden Mann. Das nie gewinnen, enden Mann. Alas, mud fumes can't take no more. Pogs and slammers hit the floor. It's not about the game you see, it's about what fun could be. Das nie gewinnen, enden Mann. Das nie gewinnen, enden Mann. Das nie gewinnen, enden Mann. Das nie gewinnen, enden Mann.
Actually, I should update that because I've been tinkering with some AI with some of my drawings, so I'm gonna have to tinker with that animation. I cut it off because I'm gonna redo some of that, and make it work. And I still got to do some animation for the upcoming Road Warrior Drink Sleepathon. But before I play the real intro of our show, let me quickly say hi to the chat. We got Massive Panda. How's it going? So what's up, Elasma? Great seeing you here, as always. That means I'm going to have a good show whenever I see Massive Panda on here. There I am in the chat saying we're going live. There's me. I wrote that in the chat. I don't know if I'm choppy or not because I don't have my window open. So I'm assuming that I am smooth and no choppiness is happening. Let me shut my damn phone off because it only goes off when I'm streaming. It doesn't go off any other point during the day. Well, during the workday, of course, when I'm doing work. But yeah, it's been a very colorful day on the Xers with the big news about Indiegogo. We'll talk about that later. But we have Arnold. He says, I'm not going to read that. I almost read it, but I'm not going to read it. So there you go. We have Carson is here. That's her new name now, by the way. Her name is now Carson. Colors Carson. That's her new name. So there she is right here, patting herself in the back because Carson is a band member of the Zone, and she's not allowed to interact with anybody. JB says, hey, hi, how you doing? Hello and hi. Vinziger's taking a break from social media to watch horror films. That's the TLDR, which I should watch a lot of movies too, by the way. I have to catch up on some movies. So, yeah, good idea, Vinziger. I'm going to have to do that. Catch up on the horror films. Fiona Wolf is with us. She says she's got home just in time. You just got home in time for the start of the show. It's awesome. James Hurley is here, adding at Arnold about the Ed Gein Netflix show. We just started, Colors. We just started. Don't start with your nonsense. We just started. I'm going to redo the video. I know you like it, but I'm going to redo it. So just wanted to, mention. Black Cats in the Vault says, hello, F-worders. Yes, Helmet's not here yet. I gave him the link, so he'll show up eventually at some point. I don't know whenever the fourth right comes. Who knows? But anyway, he did do that last week, though. He denies it, but he did do it. He denies it. Colin says, you're lucky I am broke or you'd be getting D'd out today. I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of like getting paid, but I don't know how I feel about that. So maybe the balance of something or whatever. I don't know, something. Anyway, Monkey King is here. Zulandia, he's here. Plungecast with all the bananas. All the bananas. Monomachus says, hail. He says, hail. Hail, Monomachus. I just said it right. Monomachus. Yes, I said it right. I feel like such an intellect. I really don't, but I just want to feel good. For 1 hour and a half, maybe 2, I want to feel good. So if it's on my stream, let it happen. Let it happen. Let a Philippian happen. Okay. I caught up in the chat, so let me go and play the theme song before we go into the meat of the stream. So here we go. The theme song for our show.
Deep in the inky graveyard, dark as the night, there among forgotten pencils, a duck takes flight. Alice Math, the history duck tells us forgotten tales about creators long lost in a cabinet frail. He's been putting in a mile of research. He quacked up every flock perch. This Irishman aggressively knows his stuff. He's here to share the truth without a bluff. Duckman, oh Duckman, extolling the dead. Duckman, oh Duckman, what's got in your head? Simmons, Emerson, Panter, and Ray, ancient artists surviving off of vodka and Bengay. Alice Mack, duck of the Indies, Malin's favorite ethap. He knowledge of comics far off the old rap. He swims out of the lanes to find hidden bayous, strange creators, and obscure dull new. Duckman, oh Duckman, extolling the dead. Duckman, oh Duckman, what's got in your head? Simmons, Emerson, Panter, and Ray, ancient artists surviving off of vodka and Bengay. So hang with the quackers deep in the comic graves. See Alice Matt's treasures, the sort that he craves. Do you know about these guys and do you care? A Duck Lord is willing and he's got plenty to share. Duckman, oh Duckman, extolling the dead. Duckman, oh Duckman, what's got in your head? Simmons, Emerson, Panter, and Ray, ancient artists surviving off of vodka and Bengay. Alice Matt should be quack-gratulated. Do not Mallard shun. He's busy peeking into the facts. Don't wig in him while he's hunting for snacks. For snacks. Duckman, oh Duckman, extolling the dead. Duckman, oh Duckman, what's got in your head? Simmons, Emerson, Panter, and Ray, ancient artists surviving cause Matt to be congratulated. Do not mallard shun. He's busy peeking into the facts. Don't waken him while he's hunting for snacks. Duckman, oh Duckman, extolling the dead. Duckman, oh Duckman, what's got in your head? Simmons, Emerson, Panter, and Ray. Ancient artists surviving off of vodka and Bengay.
I didn't even get to do a mic check, but based on the blue bar going near the top, I'm guessing I am nice and audibly loud. So I'll take it. Man, of course, has held the chat. Colin says, don't destroy my ears with homoerotic theme song. I didn't make the song. It was made for me. Okay? I can't help if people want to do things for me, and I reciprocate by giving them the exposure. I didn't make the song. They put the images. I tampered with the images by bringing them, by putting them to an AI video generator to bring them life. So that way you're not staring at pictures, at least it's some kind of motion. But I didn't make the song; it was made for me. So I say, hey, you reciprocate. I gave you content, you give me content. That's how it works. It's a relational thing. It's a parasocial thing that has been a cancer in this comic scene for a while. So what can I tell you? Man, of course, has improvement. I don't know what that means, but okay, sure, I'll take it. Colin waves the. Oh, okay. I see what you did there. You know what? I'll tell you what, though. I ain't spiraling half as bad as the usual suspects on Expert now with the Indiegogo rules and the new Indiegogo, which, by the way, the new Indiegogo, you know how they had the number of backers that would back a campaign? Well, now they've adjusted it so that you have the number of unique backers. So that means that if you go back and back something twice or three times, it only shows you as one, just like Kickstarter. So now Indiegogo has adapted the Kickstarter backer count now, so only unique backers are counted on the campaign, which, by the way, now you see a bigger reflection of some of these CG campaigns. It's like, whoa, the numbers are lower than expected. But anyway, Einel says, hail chat, hail Dewardbois. Color says, whatever. I don't know what that means, but fine. Whatever to you two colors. Medical says, zesty as a motherfucker. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take it. Junk has the emojis. Hateful emojis, but still, I'll take it. Why not? Never got the fascination with Gary Panter. Well, Dirty Fatty, you exactly why we're doing this, because he won 3 Emmys for Pee-wee's Playhouse, and he's been active in the scene for quite a bit. I guess probably because of the punk rock scene, because that's where his boost came from, was the punk rock scene in LA. And I'm jumping ahead a little bit with the notes, but it's and someone said that this was a New York Times article. And I couldn't get it because I might have paid to subscribe to New York Times. Fuck the New York Times, by the way. I ain't going to pay for that commie crap. But anyway, there was an article in the New York Times about Gary Panter, and the writer likened his stuff to Picasso. So, in a way, like the way you feel about Panter, I kind of feel about Picasso. Like, I feel like Picasso's overrated. And, I never got... To me, Dali was better than Picasso. I'm a bigger Salvador Dali fan than I am Picasso, but Picasso's pretty influential, and he has a following and an influence, so I can't deny that. Same thing with Panter. Like, I can see people not really liking Panter stuff, but the guy's influential, and so influential that he got himself gigs in the industry, winning 3 Emmys for Pee-wee's Playhouse. Plus, he's good friends with Matt Groening, the creator of the creator of The Simpsons. So he has influence for better for worse. He's got influence. So he's a perfect artist for the streams, for the indie comic outlier streams, because he subverts the good art elitist attitude in the indie comic scene. And he actually wrote a manifesto, which I'm going to read because I looked over a little bit of it. Like, yeah, we should read it together, because there's some things in that manifesto that really kind of, I think any comic artist should actually listen to, and not the simpletons running these streams yelling at each other, but or dirty fast as we can hear. Good, I'm glad. Yes, lucky you, colors. Lucky you. Well, Red is blaming me. I'll take the blame, because that's all you people do is blame the colored. That's all you do, blame the colored. Fine, blame the colored. These activist judges are releasing these criminals. They'll release me. They'll see my skin color and say, you know what? He's colored. I'm going to release and pardon him, like you do in North Carolina. So I'm in good company. Well, Red, very good company. Colin says, if you wear purple, you are gay. Well, well, according to Dan Lawless, yes. And man, he got showered with pictures after pictures of heroes and masculine characters in purple, including but not limited to the Incredible Hulk, Magneto. Who else? The Max, which is one of my examples. The Max. There was Hawkeye. And of course, I put in Darkwing Duck. So that was my contribution. Shock. Yeah, so many characters in purple that graced indie comics, not indie comics in general. Oh, the Phantom, another one. Pulp Hero, wore purple. Galvatron and the Transformers had Galvatron, Shockwave, and Abominus, the combiner of the Terracons. And Lawless' original comment was about heroes, not heroes, about masculine characters. It wasn't heroes. His original comment was about masculine characters not wearing purple, and a whole slew of characters in purple. So if you heard this, Colin, chances are you're running into a brick wall. So I would steer clear from it. Oh, look who's here. It's KSS wishing me a happy birthday. Thank you, KSS. I appreciate that. And I'm glad that we're going to start off on the right foot tonight. And for that reason alone, I consider you a dear spiritual brother. I see you're not wearing purple, which means you are a masculine hero to Dan. I don't want to be Dan Law's hero. I don't want to be his hero. Please be nice to me. Be nice. I'll tell you what, though. Next time I wear that red shirt that you people call pink, you'll treat me better, right? You'll treat me much better if I wear that red shirt that you guys call pink, right? Kizzy! Make fun of me, right? Well, you know what? You made fun of me over that shirt. But now you know I'm masculine with that shirt. Whether it's red or pink, I am super masculine. Kizzy! Wait, you didn't even see that. I'm sorry. I went off on a rant. I shouldn't have said that. I need to tone it down a bit. I didn't even finish reading your statement. Let me finish reading your comment, Kissivus. So that means I'm a masculine hero, Dan Laws, who had a character named Law in Agents of Law, who were purple. How about that? I know. How about that? Although I think he said it wasn't his character, and he didn't like. I think he said he didn't color it, whatever the case. But still, like you worked on it, so still you should know better. It was really the dumbest take in the entire universe. And just be a man and say, you know what, I should have said that, I was wrong. Just that's it. Don't worry. I mean, you're not getting tar a feather for admitting you took the L. Just say, hey, you know what, I misspoke. Okay, fine, we all misspeak. But you got to double down because Comicsgate can't help themselves. They have to maintain some kind of victory because God forbid they take criticism, right, over something as stupid as this, the colors thing. So the gay purple. Okay, scroll down a little bit. I like Dali better than Picasso. I meant, Salvador Dali, but hey, why not? Dali's fine. Sure, I'll take Dali. Cool. Colin with the racist emojis. I'm not reading that. I'm not acknowledging it, but I'm just showing us so people can see that this legal action is going to be happening soon. Anyway, Old Dirty Fatty says, the first fact you hit me with helped me understand. Did you know he was a 3 Emmy winner? See, that's why I wanted to revisit Panter, because the last time we did him, meaning the stream, I feel like we touched a little bit on the album cover stuff that he did, and we didn't go too much into the comic stuff, and we briefly mentioned that Pee-wee's Playhouse stuff, but I feel like he was more influential than I covered him last time. So I said, let me just redo a stream on Panter, on Gary Panter, because he's a lot more influential than I really let on to be. And I think a lot of people who follow my streams didn't really get the fullness of that. So, and the point of the stream is to show you guys that a lot of these artists in the underground scene who were influential wouldn't cut muster in this scene today, because this scene is pure snobby, elitist, or good art mentality that would dismiss you without actually reading the story. And story is very important in comics. And actually, that gets talked about. Panter talks a little bit about that, and I'll show you some quotes by him, because some of this stuff was like, yeah, it's pretty fascinating from a guy who really did make a mark in the indie comic scene. And by the indie comic scene, I mean the late stages of the underground comics movement, going into the alternative comics movement that gave us Eastman and Laird and a bunch of other later indie comic artists. Of course, we have Colors with the table flipping because she's a violent person every time. Are you married, D-word man? Why do weirdos ask me? The weirdos are asking me that question. Like, it was Dan Lawless and now it's Gifford. You guys are weird. You're so weird. Ask me if I'm married.
If you're what?
Married.
Why would they ask that?
Because Dan Lawless asked me that when I was debating him about some stuff on X, and he out of the blue he asked me.
If you were married?
He asked me if I was married. I'm like, wait, what the? I was like, what?
They think I want to marry you?
Shh! Don't say that. They're in the chat still. They're listening. Shh. Listen, guys.
You can't even give me a spa day. Why would I want to do that? You wear pink shirts.
Time out. No, pink is not masculine. It's masculine now. I'm a masculine
I
man.
told you that, and you told me I was wrong.
I was right. No, red.
No, you told me I was wrong.
Pink and purple. Apparently, a pink. Good heroes.
I told
Masculine.
You. I told you. You didn't want to listen
Listen,
to me. You didn't want to listen to
it
me.
was a
So
red shirt, but now they're saying it's
so-
pink. But I'll accept it because purple and
Why
pink
would I-
are
why
in the
would I
same
let a man-
family.
why
And the
would I
crayon
let a
and the 64 color
man-
box
why would I
of
let a man-
crayons. He said pink and purple and the colors in between, all masculine. And I'm a masculine man, and I will march with the March of the Wooden Soldiers. I mean, sorry, I went off on a tangent there. Yes. Anyway, I should go further down. Emerald Man, Colin with Emerald Man. He says Emerald Man wears green and purple, so this debate is extra silly to me. Yes, it is a silly debate. It's not a debate. It's just these morons who just say, you know what, we misspoke. Take the L and move forward. These guys are not the connoisseurs of comics they make themselves out to be. So it is kind of silly. Let's see here. Exorito says, "What color is that thing?" It's like a lightish black, I suppose. So I am behind in the chat. Let me go further here. Okay. Black Hat Cinephile says, Dali is better than Picasso. I agree. Dali could paint realism, but chose surrealism. Picasso tried realism and failed, and abstract was his compromise. I think that's a good summary of the Dali Picasso thing. That's a perfect summary. I think I'm going to steal that. I'm not going to pay royalties though, so please just understand that this is not my property. See, now that's on my chat, this belongs to me now. This comment is my comment now. I own this comment. So if you take and swipe it, Black SFL, I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna press a poll to you, and you're not gonna like it. I mean, thank you for the content, Black SFL, and I'll be using the statement, and I'll be crediting you for it because it's a brilliant statement to make, and I appreciate it. So much kudos to you and to your well-deserved accomplices. Oh, look, Mood of Hell, he's here. I sent you the link, Mutonius of Helium. And what is with the spatula comment? We're not doing Monday Monster Moratorium where I was abused and hurt big time by instruments, okay? I didn't even get to do this because I was so knocked out. Listen, I sent you the link, so you're going to show up or not? I need to know if you're going to show up or not, because if you're not, then we're going to have problems here. Because I will not allow the Zionism to infect the scene if you don't show up. So show up. Anyway. So.
I would like to just interject. Tonight's sponsor is the classic kitchen utensil, the wooden spoon.
Please.
Right here.
I'm just talking comics.
Wooden spoon right
I'm
here
talking
is
comics.
tonight's
Can
sponsor.
please? I'm just talking comics.
So for
I just wanted to
a
share
$3
pretty
super
pictures.
chat, I
No.
will smack
No,
a
please,
mat
please,
with the wooden spoon.
please don't. No, I just want to talk comic. I'm just trying to
It's
talk
tonight's
comics.
sponsor.
I just want to talk comics. I just want to share people with pictures. Just
All proceeds go to Lady S's spa day that she deserves.
I just
Thank you.
want to share pictures and just talk artists. Okay. Anyway, clean up my ears. Mazepana says Donatello is apparently a feminine character in TMT because of purple. I guess so. Yeah, absolutely. Manterrupting says, that's so witty. That's so witty. It's not. You're an SJW, Gifford. Did you see the 1980s movie starring Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah Winfrey, The Color Purple? I think it won an Oscar. It was nominated for an Oscar, but that movie hated by a lot of black men because of the revisionist picture that it paints of the black life in America back in the I think the late 1800s, early 1900s, and it depicts men in a very negative black men in a very negative light. So a lot of black men hate that story. And when I read into it, it's like, yeah, I can see why. It's feminist propaganda, but it disguised as a cultural movie. So take it what it's worth. Yeah. Why did the Purple War start? Says Fiona. Because Dan Wallace said that because he was looking at John Longbox's cover for his Heroes book, and that guy has like some purple on him, and Wallace said that masculine men don't wear purple, and the floodgates opened on all these comic book characters and characters in fiction that have purple who are masculine, and then that led to a conversation about Gambit because apparently that's another. I'm gonna keep that separate because I do want to make it a separate thing, but yeah, apparently it's just full of bad takes all over. So I'm gonna skip some chats because I'm behind. Oh no, I'm caught up. Oh, I'm caught up in the chat. Wait, I missed his joke. Well, I didn't know he was making a joke. What was his joke? Beer? What's the B for? Hold on. Let me go back to your clout. To your joke. What was the joke, KSS? Dolly had a neat mustache. Why don't you? Because I'm not Dolly. I'm a last Matt. Okay, I'm this generation's Dolly. Get with the program, Kissifus. I don't need a mustache. I am clean cut. No, Predator 7. Surrealism, not serialism. Surrealism. Serialism is the condition you have where everything looks like cereal to you. Surrealism is when the real world takes a shape that is unobservably measurable. That makes no sense, but that is a surrealist take on surrealism. So please take it for what it's worth. I'm an artist. I can do that. I'm very influential and desirable, and there you go. Okay. I see the colored. I said the colored people. Oh, okay. So you said the colored people, not the color purple, which makes my statement about that irrelevant, and therefore I'm a fool. So thank you, Kissifis, for making me look like a fool in my own stream. Even though I've been a good person to you, I've been kind to you, I've been charitable with you, but you look for ways to undermine me, and this is why we're at odds now. This is why we're at enmity. You understand that, right? We're in enmity. We're not at war. We're at enmity. Understand that. That is you have now become. You are now my Woden shot. Okay, you're my Woden shot now. KSS is now my Woden shot, ladies and gentlemen. Woden shot, ladies and gentlemen. KS Woden shots. Ignore him. Shun him. He's a weirdo, and do not give him any legitimacy because he's my Woden shot. No, he's not Mo Wonder. He's just Kazal. Anyway, Henry Beaver says, in the color purple comment. Okay, I made a mistake. I erred. Okay, I'm a human. I erred. Okay, I understand you people have your spears ready to chuck them at me, but let me err once in a while. I can fix my mistakes. I'm a human being. I can do those things. I learn. I grow. I beat these things. Sheldon Martin says mustaches are the new purple. Is that the thing now? I mean, I have a little bit of a goatee. Actually, I used to just have the goatee, but now but then I started growing the beard underneath my chin. But I may go back to the goatee. I'm not sure yet. I haven't thought about it. So, serialism. That makes no sense, Gifford. Serialism. You're trying to start something, but it ain't working. You can't start it without letting it be an organic growth. You're not being organic, Gifford. Shame on you. Shame on you. Did anyone else tell him he's not a... Listen, some person. I know you want to claim me and integrate me into society, but you can't do that. I'm culturally ethnic, okay? So please, respect my ethnicity and understand that I bring flavor and color to this vanilla scene. So please, join hands with me. We will unite against the clear arm of Diversitas' enemy, which is divisionalism. We can do this together. You're my soldier in this fight. See, now the colors are out. Right? No, now the mask is off, Kissifus. Now the mask is off. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you Kissifus. I meant to call you Woden Shot. The mask is off. Yes. Totally off. Totally off. Okay, so Black Hat Cinema is 4.5 minutes behind because my activity pitched a fit and I don't want to skip 4.5 minutes. Well, that means you consider my 4.5 minutes important. So I don't know how I feel about that. I have to say I'm honored. So I'll leave it at that. He's honored. Okay, so here's wait. Peanut hit us from where? Why aren't you on stream? I sent you the link. Okay, I guess I gotta try it again because apparently he's having a hard time going into his DMs. So let's see here. Let's see. Okay, I'll have to go into my DMs and resend him the link because apparently he has a problem trying to get in there. I guess so. Okay, done, and wizzy done. Okay, good. So, and of course, every time I pass my DMs, I'm always looking at something interesting and new. So, there you go. Okie doke. Okay, there we go. The coping is insane there. Okay. Black people are usually purple because they're royalty and shit. You sure it's not because they're always fighting each other? I think that might be the real reason why, but we're not supposed to say that. So, a lot about stuff. You know what, Henry? I was nice to you. That comment was not necessary. I can only have one Woden shot in the chat. I can't make you Woden shot because I made Tesla Woden shot. So please, Henry Beavis, the audition's over. Be nice to me. I'm asking you to be kind. Just be kind. I'm not your enmity. I'm your good friend. You came into cause division, Kiss of Fist. How are you my good friend if you try to cause division? You are as culturally ethnic as Wiener Schnitzel. See, I read that Wiener Schnitzel. See, I said it correctly. See, that's how culturally diverse I am. See, so I proved it. Some person, I proved it. Oh yes, I proved it. I'm culturally ethnic. So you saw it here, guys. You proved it. We have a $1 New Zealand super chat from Plungecast. He says the Monkey King of Zealandia trademark. That's the super chat, and it's a $1 New Zealander super chat. Thank you. I'll take it. Sure, I'll take it. all I had to do was highlight it and just there you go. So I'll take it. Sure. Thank you to my good friend Plungecast, aka the Monkey King of Zealandia. Hey, clip that for your intro. Plungecast, the Monkey King of Zealandia. There you go. So I just gave you a good intro for your stream. So check out Plungecast when you guys get a chance. He's been trying to get his stuff up and running, and he's networking. So hail to Plungecast. Another $1 super chat from same Plungecast. This is another one. There's probably an emoji there, but it's not showing up on my end here, so I can't see it. But he's sending me another $1 super chat. So there you go. KSS says I can't be Woden shot. He's an owl. That's some Moloch shit. You're right. Well, you're the face. You're the Woden shot face thing going there. So there you go. So
Monkey King,
yeah,
this is for you.
oh!
I said every $3.
He said $1. They're New Zealand dollars. They're New Zealand dollars.
You did it 4 times. It's gotta equal.
You have to. You got to see what the.
I wasn't specific on the currency.
You got to do the currency thing first. You can't just assume that it's the same thing as U.S. dollar. That was
I said $3.
that was a premature strike. Premature. Oh shit, that's on stream. All right, guys, ignore that. That didn't happen because I wasn't prepared for that. Michael Bancroft says that much is obvious. I don't know what that means, but okay. It means something. But yeah, he's sending me a New Zealand dollar super chat. That's like $3 or $4, I think. Another one there. There we go. There's another one. Okay. Guy says, "Hey, nice man, Woden shot." Hey man, nice Woden shot. I don't know what that means, but okay. So, like I said before, we did Gary Panter last year, and I felt like, oh wait, Bancroft is giving us the ratio. Okay, so a $4 in New Zealand is equal to $2.29. See, we still with the 4 shots, we still didn't even get the full $3. I got hit for nothing. I got abused for nothing.
You got a discount for being the first one.
Damn it. So as I was saying, we talked about crap. Fudge. We talked about Gary Panter in the last year, right? And we talked more about his album covers, his time in the punk rock scene and the Pee-wee's Playhouse time, but we didn't really go into the comics themselves. Like he did two characters that he's known for. One is Jimbo, the other one is Songy. We're going to go into that in a bit. But for those that don't know about Gary Panter, little brief intro on Gary Panter. He's a Texas-born guy, and okay. So his he's known as the king of punk rock because he's been associated with that punk rock scene because he got his start in comics with this magazine Slash. Slash is the punk rock magazine that really was a fixture in the LA punk rock scene. So he got to start there, and the stuff we're seeing in there in Slash, as well as Raw and Arcade and a bunch of other comic magazines and other publications. That's where his character Jimbo got to start, was in the pages of Slash and Raw. Panter was rising up in the later stages of the underground comic scene, and then he transitioned into the alternative comic scene, and he became a big fixture in that movement in the 80s. And we mentioned the Pee-wee's Playhouse connection, but we're going to go into those comics because again, I didn't cover them fully in the last stream, and I want to share them more here in this stream here. So let me open up my folder for the Gary Panter folder here. Here we go. Okay. And there we go. Let me share my. Actually, I can't share my screen yet because I have to open up the page. Oh, a Kissifus. What did Kissifus say? Ah!
You're welcome, Kissy. Thank you.
Fuck. Oh shit, Kit. That's what it was. It was the $3 super chat from Kissifus. Okay, that's why. I hate you, Kissifus. It's not necessary. You motherfucker. I fucking hate you, Kissifus. I hate you so much. You people don't deserve me. I'm too good for you people. I really am. Here is artwork for Jimbo. His Panter's Jimbo comic strips were collected in 2 books: Jimbo's Adventures in Paradise and Jimbo in I think it's Jimbo in Purgatory. Okay, so let's look at some of his artwork, and you guys can see why he's considered the Picasso of indie comics. Although this is probably one of his better pages. You can see the complexity in the details as well as the lettering, how it's integrated into the art. And I've always talked about how much I personally like when the lettering is integrated, even if it's just like within the box, or the box is placed in a way where it adds to the artwork. I've always been a big fan of that, when the artwork and the lettering are integrated together. This is not true. Ha 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 ha. She's motivated by cash. You people are sending her cash to abuse me. You're all accomplices, by the way. All of you are accomplices. You're committing a crime here, and I know the law. Oh yes. Oh yeah. I mean, so Panter was working on Jimbo, and I want to show some of his artwork here. So this is one of the pages of Jimbo. One of the more intricate pages. Here's the magazine. This is the cover for Jimbo in Paradise. His Adventures in Paradise. And the titles of the books are influenced by Dante's Inferno, the Divine Comedy, and such have you. So let me get rid of this. Please, Michael Bancroft, don't encourage this. Don't Philippian encourage this, please. No, don't. I mean, so Jimbo, this is one of his characters. So look at if you see the artwork, and you could see, in my opinion, this is the influence behind the early Eastman and Laird Ninja Turtles in terms of just how loose the artwork is. Okay, this is from Songy. I'll get into Songy in a bit, but I want to stick with Jimbo. Here's more of Jimbo right here. Now, I had done one of the first streams I did on the series was on Howard Finster, and the artwork that Panter does here and how he integrates the lettering, to me, is very similar to how Finster does his stuff. You should go back and we may or may not redo Howard Finster, but if you need to go back and check for yourself, you'll see what I'm talking about with the artwork and how Finster integrates the art and the lettering. And this is an example right here with how Gary Panter is doing it. Paradiso is weird. There's a weird bird creature made up of hundreds of people. This art is far out, says Tim Olson, who's the third member of the band Zone, but he likes it. So yes, I like it too. I actually do like it. Is it a white person or a black person? Jimbo's a white guy. This is just Panter messing with the inking to create some kind of like shadow on him. Here's more from the Jimbo book. Now, yeah, as you can see, Panter does experiment with a lot of art style, with a lot of inking styles. So there isn't like one piece of artwork from the Jimbo strips that is similar to the later ones. You can see there's like an evolvement in terms of style and line work and how he renders the ink, and also the visual storytelling too. Like you could clearly see that this is more dramatic visual storytelling than anything on Panter's part. So. No, Tomothy. That has not been officially discussed yet. So where your pardon is on hold. It hasn't been abolished. It's on hold. But we have to get into that. So until then, you're still Tomothy, and you have to accept that. This is one of my favorite pages in the Jimbo book. Right here. This is so his style of art reminds me of like when you're at school and you're drawing on your or sketching in your notebook while your teacher's giving a dissertation on whatever, and you just like you get into that panel and you put in the lettering, and you don't really have any care of the proper box that they put the letters in, so you just like do it within the structure of the sentences that you write, and it just adds to the underground feel of it. And the underground feel of it, this is what really took off, and this is what laid the basis for Eastman and Lair's early Ninja Turtle comics. This right here. And I think this is missing in today's indie comics. Indie comics today tries to be very polished, tries to be very formatted, and they try to mirror the mainstream. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, but what really got me into doing these streams is this nonsense that you have to copy the mainstream. You have to be like mainstream levels of good to make an indie comic. I'm like, no, I can't get out of here. What Gary Panter showed you guys is you just got to put pen to paper, create something, and see if it sticks. If it sticks, you did good. If it doesn't stick, find out what sticks and just do it. This kind of stuff would set Comicsgate and indie comic in general flat on its nose, like totally flat on its nose. This is the kind of art that would like be like, hey, you know what? Maybe my good art is not the be-all end-all of indie comics. Massive Pan, I think, says it right. He says, I like that he messes around with different textures, different types of hatching, stippling, etc. I dig the variety and willingness to play around with the techniques. Yeah, and you know what? Indie comics back then, there was a lot of room open to experiment. Now it's like you experiment and people are quick to say, hey, your shit sucks, or they're like, you're weird, because there's this flawed thinking that it has to look like the mainstream. I'm like, no, it doesn't. Indie comic has always been alternative to the mainstream. So you should have room to experiment and do whatever you want with it that you think could resonate with the readership. I mean, if it doesn't work, it has to work at some point. Like you when you experiment, if the goal is to get readers and grow, then it has to work. Now, it doesn't mean you have to copy what's already working, but try to, work within your means, with your limitations, which actually Gary Panter does discuss, and we're going to go into those quotes in a bit. But yeah, experiment and see what works. The space is not really conducive to that, but don't worry, I will advocate for you. If anything, I'll say, you know what, try it and see if it sticks. Refine it and see. Oh, look, speaking of sticks, he's finally here, and just for that, he gets this intro.
You know what they say, nobody gives a hummer like a gummer.
Why are you late?
I don't have...
So, okay, Tomothy, that's why you're in the band zone. Because of nonsense like this, you don't get to dictate who leads this show. Tomothy, you don't dictate it. But yeah, me and Lady Shadowman will have that conversation. But you still Tomothy, and you're still in the band zone until then. I should put you further deep into the band zone. So, last night, does Panter's inking style influence your style? More like the early Eastman and Laird stuff, and a little bit of Fletcher Hanks. But I can see like this is that with Panter, he influenced the Eastman and Laird stuff before because he started before they did. So we will say indirectly, the answer is yes, he did. Absolutely. I like this style of art where it's like it's fluid, it's free, but there's still form, but it's experimental, and it's trying to be underground. It's trying to create a certain mood that helps you escape reality. That's to me, a good indie comic helps you escape reality, and it does it in a way where it's like visually, you're escaping to a world that is not like ours visually. So this attempt to make everything hyper realistic, it goes back to what Pot Awful said. The more realistic a comic gets, the more shitty it is. And I agree with that. I've always been a fan of the more cartoony style of comics. Find out what stinks. Oh, I know what stinks, Michael Bancroft. I know it stinks. Mood of Hell and what he did last week. That stinks.
What?
So it did. I'm sure it did.
I was cleaning my nose again.
Of course, you had to. Because after that beef you cut, you had to clean your nose.
The only fart on your show is your face.
You know, you be nice to me. I bring you on here as my guest. I bring you a home. I bring you prestige. I give you an audience. You should be nice to me, Mood of Hell.
Some people in the chat are saying that I am the host and you are the co-host.
All right, so we're gonna have a conversation about that because I didn't sign up on that. But before we do that conversation, Guy says, "I will let my ban sentence commuted. Until then, identifies unbanned, and you must affirm my identity." Well, I'm sorry, Geekford Montrose. You and Carlos Carson may have an opinion, but guess what? Your opinion doesn't matter because I dictate the ban zone policy, not you. You only live in it. I created it because you overstepped, and I banned you both for this. You both got banned. No colors. No one's taking your clout because you had none in the ban zone. That's the way it is. Panter, says Henry Bemis, used to do a lot of cartoons for Slash and LA Punk fans even back in the day. That's how behind in the chat I am because I
also Gary
Yes.
Panda was an eyewitness of 9/11.
But he was what now? Oh, you're an eyewitness. Yeah.
And he's the best friend of Matt Groening, the founder of The Simpsons.
You know what's great about being on time, Mood of Hell? What's good about being on time is that you would have been here to hear me make that same point that he was good friends with Matt Groening of The Simpsons.
But it's more interesting when I say it.
Listen, I created the show, okay? I'm the one trying to be smart here. Me! Why do you do this to me? Wait, Christopher says, Alaska, thank you for not turning the stream into you're doing another Bukkake stream. We're disgusted by your love for I don't do Bukkake, and it's mukbang. Mukbang. And no, I don't try to do mukbang, but I'm sorry if I stream during dinner time. What can I tell you? Lady Shadowband cooks when she wants to cook. What do you want me to do? Say, don't cook. I'd rather you cook and I eat than not eat and cook and have to stream hungry and take it out on you people in the chat. I don't want to do that.
Don't put this Bukkake evil on your very lovely partner.
Well, look, she's making good food. So leave her alone so that I don't have to get hit again with a wooden object and call people on you.
I like her because she's domestic violencing you.
No, that's racism. I mean, we don't encourage racism in this part of the world. Yes, Guy, I dead named you, Gifford. You're dead named because you're in the ban zone. You haven't gotten the clout yet. You're in the ban zone. That's where you belong. In the ban zone. You and Miss Carson over here in the ban zone. Yeah, go get your lawyer, Carson. Go get your lawyer. Guess what? I'm already covered. So get your lawyer, Carson. We'll take it to court. We'll make this thing a sensational court case. If you learn your place, you and Timothy over here should learn your spots because ban zone members think that you have any voice. You have no voice. Zero. Rob Kiro says in the chat, he says, it seems the new Indiegogo format has already did some changes to people's campaigns. Yeah, it's already it's reflecting now the actual backer count, individual unique backers, as opposed to just somebody backing 3 times and they get counted as 3 backers. No, if you back 3 times, it does what Kickstarter does, which is it counts you as 1 backer. So that is not causing some spiraling in X. It's actually wonderful. So
are the usual suspects already whining about that?
Sorry, I just got handed over my dinner. It's their fault. They made me say it.
He's eating Bukkake.
I cooked it. It is not bukkake.
No, it's good. It's good food. She cooked it. It's good food.
Mm.
That's right. Please don't do that. Anyway, Henry Beeman says Panter did a hugely influential logo for the Screamers. It's been homaged a bunch of times. He's very influential. He actually, yeah, you know, he has quite an accomplished resume, and that's why I feel like we need to do another stream. We may end up doing another stream at some point on Panter because there's a lot more I want to cover with him. But I'm focusing this stream on Jimbo and Songy. Let me I'll show the rest of this page here. This actually kind of reminds me of Watchmen, the scene where Dr. Manhattan is in space. A little bit. Very good. Here's a cover for Jimbo. You can see the his experimentation of colors. Look how cartoonish it is, and this was the appeal of his stuff. Is see you gotta look at it back from the prism of back in the 80s when you didn't have a cell phone to look on videos, you didn't have ebooks. So all you had was, if you wanted to read, you either had to bring a book from home or you had to buy something from the newsstand. The newsstands where you have your comic book floppies, your newspaper rags. So you get a newspaper from the floppies, a newspaper from the newsstand, and it'll have one of these strips. And you can imagine like the ride home, the escapism, and how much fun it was to really go into like a different world while you're finished work and you're headed home and you need that thing to do in between, and you see this rag and it's witty because that's the alternative, and alternative is always good. I fixed it. I fixed what? What did you fix? You fixed. Oh wait, you talking about what? This right here. Oh, the link to Timothy's Melvin on Amazon. If you see it there, you can get Melvin #3 on Amazon by Timothy. No thanks to you, last night. I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that. Take over for a second, Mudafel. I'm gonna eat. Take over for a second.
Okie dokie. Now that the grumpy old man is gone, let us talk about something interesting. Back the Loose and Fractured Mind by Michael Bancroft. Kissy has the link of that campaign in the chat. Oh, Brown CBR, my good friend Brown CBR is there. Damn, Lesmet still hasn't figured out how to straighten his camera. He's a boomer. What?
You're just really gonna sit there and not say anything, right?
I'll talk.
Are you gonna talk? Okay,
Hi. Hello.
Okay, she's gonna talk to me.
I gotta get my phone.
Oh, fine. So, see, nobody wants to see.
I gotta get my phone.
And if I don't,
I can't read the comments if I don't have my phone.
she's okay. I'm gonna take myself off camera because Mudafel cannot read for nothing. You can't read for nothing.
Sorry, I think my internet dipped out for a moment.
Oh, is that what happened?
Okay.
Yep.
I am back.
Also, guten Appetit, Entenmann.
Jimbo. Nice.
Wait, the revelation is at hand with who is with me. You mean Tim? You mean revolution? You mean oh, come on. See, this is why you're in the bands on Timothy. It's not revelation. It's I gotta put my camera on for this. It's revolution, not revelation. He actually said this revelation is with who's you don't get to speak revolution and not say the actual word Timothy. Come on. You're better than this. Fartface had to go and get Bukkake. You're so funny, Kizzer.
I'll have to put that on my poster this weekend at a guy in his room.
What does he say? What kind of shit is he
He
doing?
says no ducks, no kings. So I'll make that my poster for this weekend.
You make really sexy sounds when you are eating peanut head.
You're so shit.
Doesn't he though? Yeah, I know.
Okay.
He sounds
All right, I'm gonna go back to this
very
because you guys.
tasty.
So tell me how much do you know about Gary Panter?
Me?
Yes, you.
I know that he's the Peanut Head's hero.
Probably one of my heroes.
Oh.
And he's an underground artist, or was. And he worked for the Rolling Stone, I know that.
Okay. What do you think about his style of art, his style of drawing?
Oh, it's wacky and interesting.
This looks like something I would have seen as a child growing up on some horrible TV show.
I'm sorry, Bancroft, but if I don't make any noises, there'll be no noises on the stream because nobody can talk. So I gotta grunt so that way you hear something.
They played some weird shit on the TV in the 80s.
It was great.
Not for children, that's for sure. Let's see.
Gary Panter was the guy that did the set design for Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Did the what?
The set design.
Oh.
He won 3 Emmys for that.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Well,
he's also good friends with Matt Groening, the creator of The Simpsons.
I know I know someone that works on that show.
Mm.
So.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, so it says, you say you want a revelation. Well, you know, I think you have a case. Well, is a real jerk. Well, you know, he's a fart face.
Sorry, Henry, I didn't make enough for everyone.
Well, okay, so I know you're acknowledging Henry's comment, but I'm trying to finish my response to KSS because he's being a very Woden shotty. Woden shot. Woden shot. He's
Just
Woden
talk
shot.
about Gary. It's okay.
I'm trying to, but they won't let me. They come
They will let you.
they come at me with violence. Every single one of these people come at me with violence. See, look, exactly. Michael Bancroft gets it. I'm a suppository of knowledge. I'm valuable, people. I am. I really am. Okay, without me, you guys would be lost. I'm an encyclopedia. I really am. I encyclopedia stuff.
Upsetting Yuki.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, you
anyway,
are the smartest peanut in the universe.
I'll take that. Anyway, this is Songy. Songy is another one of his characters. This is a book that he also worked on. And when I was looking into Songy, not to confuse with Sashi, he did an interview with Comics Journal. Here's another one of his pages from Songy. I think it's called Songy's Adventures. Let me see. It is called Songy of Paradise. That's what it's called. So it's a book called Songy of Paradise. This is from that book. On the Comics Journal interview, they asked him if you wait, it's 9:40 already. Holy crap! Wow. Okay. So they asked him a few questions, right? And there were some questions some answers he gave that was kind of interesting. I wanted to read them. I copied some of the words so I can find the actual spot in the article, and we're gonna go to the actual article. Shout out to Comics Journal, because that's where that's where I got the article, the information from. So let me share screen. Here we go. Okay. So they asked a question. The interviewer asked Gary Panter, why do you spend all this time drawing comics? So he says, well, I don't know. You just decide what you're good at, what fascinates you, and you kind of go for it. I don't really have giant resources. I'm limited in a lot of ways, so I can do these. Stop right there. So he worked with what he had. So they tell you, oh, you got to buy this. You got to get these sets of pens. You got to get this kind of paper. You got to have an audience. It's like, no. You work with what you got. And he stresses this quite a bit about limitations. Work within your limitations. He continues on. Like if I take up lanyards, which I have as part of my little projects, lanyard making, like you made at summer camp, those woven plastic gimp things. When I learned how to do that, I'm completely untalented at it, but I can invent my own version of it. I can get as far as I can get. It's the same with my candles, my comics, my paintings, my music, everything. I'm working within my limitations. So if you're working within your limitations, you can actually get stuff done. Let me read that part again. He says, I'm working within my limitations. So if you're working within your limitations, you can actually get stuff done. Now, mood of hell. I want you to tell me in your words what I just read there.
Don't be Comicsgate.
That's the best skill of the armor.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
Don't be a lazy bastard collecting money and doing nothing worthwhile. Produce nothing, sit on your ass, go to Atlantic City and gamble some money away or suck cock behind Pizza Hut. I don't know.
Basically, commit to something. Don't exceed your skill. Don't exceed your ability to do it, and just get it done. And yes, Timothy, that is an amazing statement. I
Thank
don't
you.
think I read
Sir.
it. Oh, what? You're talking about Gary Panter, Mood of Hell.
No, Timothy meant me. I was meant
Hmm.
because I said something intelligent. I think by accident.
You're lucky I had food in my mouth. I would have responded, but I can't. So. But
Also, you didn't answer the question from the chat what you are eating.
oh, this is spaghetti with meat sauce, and that's garlic bread, right? Right?
Sure.
Okay. She didn't assert, but still, we'll call it garlic bread. May I have a drink, baby, please?
Is that good or no?
It's delicious.
Should it be more saucy?
No, it's delicious. You're saucy. I like your sauciness, but this is delicious. I like it.
Yeah, I
I do. It's delicious. I would chomp it all up in one shot, but I am running a stream, so I have to take it in bits and pieces. So, which kind of reeks, but still.
That's not how beef properly works. You take it in bits and pieces.
Isn't spaghetti and meatballs a meal from Kid Cuisine?
Meat sauce, not meatballs.
Oh, meat sauce. I'm sorry.
No, Timothy. The rule is Helmut doesn't get to be in the ban zone. No matter how much of a divisive jerk he gets to be, he's not gonna ever be in the ban zone. So you don't get to have him, Timothy. Doesn't work.
PSA, he's not allowed to put me in the ban zone by European law.
Oh, poor Kissifus. He's like, stop copying me, fart face. You're so mad, Kissifus. I'm so glad you're coping and seething. That makes me feel good. When Kissy is coping and seething, my night has been made. I love it. Henry Beam says, commit to making metal lunchboxes. Have people pay for said metal lunchbox. Make crappy plastic lunchbox instead. Yeah. Well,
Same goes for Matchbox Autos, I heard.
well, I hope you didn't buy the Matchbox. Let me say the lunchbox, Henry, because I hope you didn't. And if you did, I hope you got your refund. I don't know. Anyway, so, but that was one quote by Gary Panter that I thought was profound. Now I'm going to find another quote, same article. Let me go here. Okay. Here we go. Okay. The question is asked. This popped into my head earlier today. You were inspired by the 60s comics, but when we think of those underground comics, we think so much of sex and violence and social issues, like Fritz the Cat is all about race relations, but your comics, especially now, don't have any of those things in it. Am I wrong? His answer was, no, I think you're right. I'm trying to do a hippie comic. It's part of my giant miniature hippie project. I'm doing an ode to Zap Comics or hippie comics. And so the first 8 pages, I just drew them real quick. Basically, because it was basically being back in high school, trying to be like the part of that stuff I admired. And then as I'm doing it, I'm realizing, whoa, what is missing out of all this? I don't know what I have to bring to it, because again, it'll be like a 32-page comic, and so I'll be like, sorry, I'm saying like a lot. It'll be a 8-page stories, and so I can continue along with the line of the first one, which is, I'm just going to imitate Victor Moscaso, there we go, Moscaso, and Rick Griffin and Martin Sharp, and pile all their conventions together and explore that. And that's a vast territory, really. Definitely, I could do a comic based on that. And then when I look at comics, they really have stories, and a lot of them are just shit. A lot of stories just suck. What do you think of that?
Oh, I guess he wasn't a fan of Image Comics.
You think?
I mean, that statement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, story is far more important than how well you draw a comic, because the stories is what elevates the art in a comic book. I'm profound. I said I'm profound. Oh no, you got nothing to say.
I'm listening. I thought you would say something more.
Oh, but when you say something profound, you don't have to add to it. The profundity of the statement just fills the air with such gnosis and admiration and influence and
Yes.
ambiance. So I don't have to add more. What I said was just,
Enlighten us, Peanut Head.
stop calling me Peanut Head. listen,
I could
I am
start
in a
calling you fart face because Kissy does it too.
I'm in a network with Tom McFarlane and Frank Miller. You should respect me.
Yeah.
I am.
And I did clean my nose last week and didn't fart.
You have clean your nose to the part. You farted so badly, your nose inhaled it. That's why you clean your nose. Right?
No.
I think so.
That's libel and harassment.
It can't be no, see, you can't put that on me because I'm a colored. Can't do that to me. Fine, be that way. No response. Be that way. Fine. Have I done an episode called Mavritas? He's like a pog you claim to. He's like a pog, just like you claim to be. I may have done Mavritas, but I'll look into him again. I may do him again. I'm not sure, but Paul Mavritas should be a good one. So yes, I will most definitely accept your offer for Mavritas. Sure, absolutely. So what we're looking at here, the Ross Talks Manifesto. This was written by Gary Panter in 1980, and what this is it's an essay that he wrote in which the TLDR is he encourages artists to work within the capitalist system to grow themselves. So these are like bullet points, a manifesto of what he wrote. So we're going to look at these together, and I want you guys to tell me what you think in the chat. So he says, item 1, the avant-garde has no corpus. It merely lies in shock after an unfortunate bout with its own petard. It feigns sleep, but one eye glitters, and an involuntary twitch in the corner of the mouth belies a supposed snicker. The giggle of coming awake at one's own funeral, dressed in atomic TV beatnik furniture, a mutant with a mission. I have no clue what I just read. Do you know what I just read?
No.
Okay, let's go to item number 2. There are 20 years left in the 20th century. 20 years to reap the rewards and calamities that have been put in motion in this period. At this time, a current of aesthetic function is emerging. He's probably talking about the re-emerging of the comic scene, the underground scene. The inevitable culmination of concepts and experiments pioneered and conducted in the century. We declare society an amusement park and one to be dead reckoned with. So, yeah, so he's saying that there's a change in the environment, in the cultural environment, and you're therefore entering an amusement park. And what do you do in an amusement park? You go in and you have fun. You partake in it. Let's see. So deadly texture and tone have taken the serial nirvana, a misanthrope born of capital realities, tendencies, and inner office memos. Okay, would that you could make cost effective the rubbery genius that was a Saturday morning of our youth. Okay, we say enough to the instigators of game show design, for we are sick and dizzy. Show us the backs of these monstrous facades, for even bare plywood is a healthier texture. All you seekers of the new who run terrified from history into the clutches of an eternal life where no electric shaver can be built to last. Well, that's not encouraging. I like my electric shavers to last. Close the bars. We require relevant media centers that serve soft drinks and milk. We require that top 40 radio stop it, and for this for executive entertainers. We know when to laugh. Machines don't. Oh, let me just part again. We know when to laugh. Machines don't. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound like something that's reflective of today?
That sounds like a whole lot of drug-induced gibberish.
Well, what he's talking about here is the organic versus the manufactured. If you want to put it in today's visors, it's the difference between the human art and AI. Let me just go down a little bit though, because this is kind of weird. We believe in worship a two-dimensional world. No God printers save us when we stand naked and brilliant for an uncompromising and impartial physicality. We are sick, now get wise to the media. Join the art police. We call for posting of cow pictures in every fast food franchise, and for vegetarians, recording the screaming vegetables at every salad bar. Sure, why not? I'm good with this. Let me see what the chat says so far, what they think of this so far. This is a very weird thing, supposedly. I doubled the speed to catch up. Your rants are double funny in 2x. I don't think they are, Black Hat. I'm to be taken seriously. I'm not a comedian. I'm a teacher here. I'm a theologian and a philosopher. Please take me seriously. Respect me. I'm a comic book artist. Respect me.
You're not lying about not being a comedian because You have no sense of humor.
I can be funny.
No.
I can be very funny. Yes.
I can be fun. I'm hilarious.
No, say because you ain't getting hit with the wooden spoon. I got hit with the wooden spoon, and even still,
But
my
that's
shine,
why I'm the funny one.
my shine is still
I get
bright.
you.
It still lightens the world.
You are funny by accident because you do and say stupid things and people laugh.
Why don't you go to the bathroom and fart again?
Out of pity.
Wood of hell.
Out of pity. Wow.
A lot of time made me wait. Made me laugh when he paused. The giggle of coming. Oh, you silly little. You're so witty, Kissafis. You're so witty. Meme Lord is here. He says, "Hail the chat. Hello, Woodrow. Thank you for being here." Shigamama Ningama. No, don't. KSS is now Woden Shot. So you have to call him Woden Shot now. He's not banned, but his name for now is Woden Shot. He's my Woden Shot. So he deserves it. Let's see. Okay. Item 9.
Wodenshot, is that guy who is fighting with the horse face?
Yep. That's him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Kissy? Why is Kissy that guy?
He's harassing me.
So you are equating yourself to a horse-faced blackmailer who is also a crack whore?
Why can't I just run a stream and not have people harass me? Helmet. Why?
That's what I meant with you say stupid things and people laugh
Why do you have to
about it.
overanalyze stuff? Stop overthinking it.
You really are a fart face.
Item 9. It is unfortunate and unacceptable when violent and lazy do-nothings are given unwarranted credence for mouthing such foul and mean cliches as rip-off and sellout. They have no understanding of our economy and the time it takes society to go. Confess and shut up. Capitalism good or ill is the river in which we sink or swim. Inspiration has always been born of recombination. So what he's saying is, inspiration is good when you're creating something because nothing's original. So if your best work is something that's inspired by something that already exists, do it. That's what he's saying in item number 9. And that's some truth to that. Is a lot of what we like is repurposed. Batman's repurposed. Superman's repurposed. Think about your favorite characters. They're repurposed from other IPs that came before it. Made them successful. In a capitalistic society such as the in which we live, aesthetics as an endeavor flows through a body which is built of free enterprise and various illnesses. In boom times, art may be supported by wildcat speculation or by excess funds in form of grants from the state or patronship as a tax write-off. Currently, we are suffering from a lean economy. This is 1980, so Jimmy Carter had just been defeated by Reagan. So, yeah, Jimmy Carter sank the nation economically, just like Obama did. Anyway, by necessity, we must infiltrate popular mediums. We are building a business-based art movement. This is not new. Admitting it is. So, to create a pseudo avant-garde that is cost-effective, to create merchandising platforms on popular communication. Okay, so here's what he's saying. So, the goal to create a successful business for yourself as an artist, create a pseudo avant-garde that is cost-effective. So, again, work within your limitations. 2 is to create merchandising platforms on popular communications and entertainment media. Today, that would be called YouTube and Instagram, among others. To extensively mine our recent and ancient past for icons worth remembering and permeating recombo archaeology. What he's saying here is to go back in time to some famous artwork and repurpose it to something new today. So, in other words, he's talking about what is familiar. So, does that make any sense? Did I sound smart saying that?
I still don't understand anything of what that guy wrote.
I'm smart. Tim also says, I might write a manifesto of the band zone. There's no such thing, Tim. It's a blank piece of paper. That's the manifesto of the band zone. A blank piece of paper. KSS is trying to be cute. Why don't you read this? Since he wants to antagonize me.
Hellwood, ask Fartface where his 2 fingers are right now. I guess he's twisting his pubic hair. I don't know.
Totally unnecessary.
Are you playing pocket billiard right now?
I am not. See, look, my fingers are right here.
Ooh, imagine the smell.
No, Timothy. Road Warrior Drake was inspired by a little bit of Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star, with a little bit of who's that guy?
Battletoads?
No. Not Battletoads. Definitely not Battletoads. Of course not.
Pox?
I would say more along like the older Hanna-Barbera 60s cartoons, like the Herculoids, for example. I always enjoyed those when I was young, and just the insanity of just creating these characters, and they just did stuff. They just did stuff, and you had to watch it. But yeah, so this was his manifesto, which is, work within your means, get yourself an effective marketing tool, and create something that is inspired by something that's been done before. So I guess, he's that it's pretty. I guess you could say very, very much practical advice. Carter and Reagan had worked together. They could have invented peanut jelly beans if they worked together. That would have been the only contribution to society that Carter would have given us. I have to admit that. So, I might have to go back and reread that manifesto just to apply it for me personally, so I can get ahead of all you people out there that are just racist and spear chuckers. Every single one of you. What was the blob thing? The blob thing in the Herculoids called? Let me see. I have it at the tip of my tongue, but let's see. Herculoids blob. Let's see. Herculoids blob. Gleep. Okay, it was two of them. Gleep and gloop. Okay. Literally sound effects. Gleep and gloop. Yep. Gleep and gloop.
You know why I'm always late on your streams?
Because you had it wipe.
No, because I eat off camera.
I'm sorry if Lady Shadowband decides to cook while I'm streaming.
That's a swamp candle, my friend. Why are you laughing?
Because it's good spaghetti. Read this comment by Kiss of Us.
When writing manifestos, keep it simple. Write at the 8th grade level and throw in some funny quips. Yeah, but that isn't it. Was what Gary Panter was writing about it. That was artsy-fartsy and drug-induced honky-tonk stuff. That's also because the Peanut Head likes that. He likes that stuff. He talks like that. Massive Panda says, I'll have what he's having. Yeah, it sounds delicious. I would eat spaghettis from Lady Shadowband too.
I'll eat what I'm having too. So yeah.
Might I say, I also cook a really good spaghetti bolognese. Henry Bemis says, I guess we should just be glad Alasmet isn't eating cold ravioli out of the can. That he does off camera because we shamed him about that and the hungry man dinners he's eating. Lady Shadowband says, I have no choice.
Okay, I have finished my my food, so I'm done chopping for the evening. But since I have my audience here, let me ask the chat this question. So, for those that don't watch my Monday streams, I've been doing a lot of drawing. Let me hide this. Oh wait, sorry, wrong
Why
button.
are you
Wrong
kicking me?
Wrong button. I'm sorry, wrong button. Okay, there we go.
Face,
Okay,
you are evil.
there we go. Right button. Okay, so
Where's the fat face? Where's it?
So I drew this for the Monday stream, for the Monster Monday Moratorium stream. Picture of Blackula, because Blackula was my Monday movie. So I've been thinking about drawing each week for the monster movie that I cover, and maybe do an auction, maybe at the end of the month of the drawings. If I do that, would you guys be interested in participating in the auction? Let me know in the chat, and maybe I'll do it. I'm not committed to it yet, but I think it'd be kind of cool to kind of like get the audience for both streams to grow. And since the audience for this stream is an art-based audience, I figured we could integrate that. So you let me know. So yeah, so Tim Moulton likes it. So what do you guys think? Should I do an auction of the monster drawings at the end of every month? You let me know in the chat. Let me know what you guys think, and I will keep. I'm going to draw them regardless because at the very least I can sell them at the conventions because people like monster drawings. No, Carson, we're not bidding yet. We're not bidding yet, and it's not Count Chocula. How dare you insult the legendary memory of William Marshall? Well, oh, by the way, William Marshall was the king of cartoons in Pee-wee's Playhouse. Pee-wee's Playhouse, which is the sets designed by Gary Panter. Wow, look how it connects. I didn't even catch that. Let's go back. Hold on. So William Marshall, who played Black in Pee-wee's Playhouse, and the set for Pee-wee's Playhouse was designed by Gary Panter, who won 3 Emmys for it. The same Gary Panter that we're talking about right now. See how it connects? See, this is a good idea. This is why we should do the auctions. So, fart face audience. Don't insult my audience, Kisvis. Don't do that. I'm talking to them with respect. $5 for the Fang Boy, says Lady Shadowman. See, I'm worth. See, she gets it. She started off high, so you guys have to go higher. That's it. We're not bidding today. I'm saying by the end of the month, we'll do the bidding. I'll do a special auction stream with stuff. I mean, not just auction stream. We'll do whatever. And so for us, we're not doing the auction yet, and it's not Count Chocula. I just said it was Blackula. William Marshall's Blackula, played by the king of cartoons from Pee-wee's Playhouse, from the show with the set designs by Gary Panter. See, it all connects. It all connects. I'm a genius, and not just that, but I bring the magic. Helmet, I do. I absolutely bring the magic. Count Bukakula. Oh, come on, Henry. Come on. You're better than this. There was no need for that. High is what you have to be to watch it live. Hey, I bring the excitement and adventure, Tomothy. So you're right. You should watch me high. No, I'm not doing Frankenberry. Well, should I do Frankenberry? Listen, guys, Blackula, and I'm not gonna cave into the sick humor of it being Chocula. You racist. What? Because he's a black man, he can't be a black vampire named Blackula. He has to be Chocula because chocolate and black. You racist. You spirit chucking morons. Really, all yous? Be like Monomagus. He says, remember Lawrence Fishburne was on the Playhouse show. He was.
Yeah, he was the cowboy.
Yes, he was. He was a cowboy. That show was very influential as a kid. I miss
Pee-wee Herman also was a homosexual. I don't know if you knew that.
You know how many people that we watched in the 80s that were homosexual? So, unfortunately, but yeah, that's how it was. So
everyone has AIDS.
At the end of the month, I'm only giving you treat fitty. Come on, guys. I gotta take Lady Shadowman to the spa. So at the end of the month, don't bid now. I'm talking about at the end of the month. I'll do the auction at the end of the month if I get more drawings, and we'll do it that way.
I have a question from the chat or for the chat in regards of your auction. Can the chat pay you in Hungry Man dinners?
So KSS, okay, so I go from Helmet's hateful comment to KSS's comment, which is Rob Zombie worked on Pee-wee's Playhouse too. A lot of people did. Go ahead, say the word, Carson. Say the word.
Which one? The N-word?
I think she wants to say the N-word. Yes. Who didn't know that Pee-wee was a homosexual? I think we all kind of knew that. But a lot of our entertainers in the 80s were homosexual. So it's like I don't have to know about it. Hold on, let me fit. I'm gonna lick this fork because you people are such jerks.
That's more homosexual than the 80s.
No, it's not. Oh wait, Tomothy is what are you typing in the chat, Tomothy? IRVAN. Irvana. Oh, Nirvana, right? Is that what you're trying to type? Nirvana? You just missed the N? Well, again, because color start with the end. That's why. Okay. So Carson started at the end, and you typed Nirvana just to avoid. Actually, Tomothy tried to avoid me from getting struck. So maybe Tomothy, I will consider Lady Shadowman's pardon on you. Maybe. Haven't decided yet. Lady Shadowman is requesting a big freezer. So the money I make is gonna have to go towards a bigger freezer so that she can have more room to put the food in the refrigerator and all that stuff. So the word of the day is no kisses. No kisses. The word of the day is kazoo. That's the word of the day. Come as you are, as you were, as I want you to be. Yeah, no, that now that I read that, I'm gonna get struck for copyright violation. Thank you, Christopher, for getting me struck for doing a copyright violation. So, yeah, so I think we've come as far as we could for Gary Panter. But yeah, so Indiegogo now has changed their format now. So now we have the accurate backer numbers on campaigns now. And I don't think we even know the fullness of what has changed, but that so far that has been the big thing that's been obvious to a lot of people is that now the backer numbers are accurately reflected based on unique backers, not how many times you back a campaign.
I heard IGG also fucked something up in regards of customer comments that they are leaking private information right now.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. They are leaking the real names of the backers.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow, I thought
it was
that's
in
a
the
big thing.
Comicsgate thread on Kiwi Farms.
So this is something that happened today.
Yep, and it seems legit.
Oh, you know what? You might be, because I'm looking at some of the comments and I'm seeing. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Oh wow, yeah. Hold on. Let me look at I'm gonna look at one particular campaign. Let me just see the customer names. I won't show it if that's the case, but just. Oh yeah! Wow! Yeah. Huh. Oh no! Some of them. There's still some, but otherwise, yeah, I could see. Like, you know what I'm seeing too is it looks like some of the names have been edited out. Yeah, they were edited out because of that. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I mean they are acting right now and deleting the stuff, but before you could see who was giving those comments, and that was a huge fuck up.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Who would
That's
have known
insane.
that IGG is a really retarded platform?
They have a lot to fix. Because their reputation is pretty bad. They're not on par with Kickstarter. Like when people think of comic crowdfunding, they think Kickstarter. IGD was just a niche thing for our scene until people start not fulfilling, and now it's got that stigma.
Yeah, the core rule for every crowdfunding comic artist should be do the exact opposite of Comicsgate. Then you are golden.
Yes. JV Style says IGG always show my real name. That's why I don't comment. Ah, okay. Yeah. I don't know. I wonder if there's a way to fix that or to change it on your personal settings, but I guess not. So I don't know. Now they're playing games in the chat. Pew 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 pew. So, yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens, what transpires in the next few days. So I guess so it'll be fun to keep a track of that. But anyway, so I think I've said as much as I can, and as much as I can offer. I think some of the chat offered their 2 cents or 3 cents or 10 cents or whatever it says you think you guys offered, even though I'm still have not met my financial goal, but that'll come for the auction. The auction will determine that. What sound does a game make when it doesn't work? I don't know. That depends on the console, no? I think it depends on the console.
Wait, when's the Halloween Lollapalooza stream?
You mean the Sleepathon? That's scheduled for the 25th. I still have to figure out if I'm gonna use someone else's StreamYard or what. I gotta figure something out with that. I'm gonna do a couple tests of some streaming privately just to see how well the capturing goes before I decide on what the method I'm gonna use is, because nobody wants to teach me OBS. So I will have an announcement next week about that for the Sleepathon, because that's actually the Sleepathon will be next week, the 25th.
In 8 days.
Yes, in 8 days. Well, no, wait, 8 days? No, wait. 9
yeah,
days.
it's the 17th here in Germany.
Oh, got you. Okay, so yeah, 8 days. Okay, yeah, so the 8 days, the sleepathon is supposed to happen. So I got to get to work on editing it. So I'll probably spend the next few days editing it. Editing is not the issue. The issue is just again having the ability to screen share it and what have you. So I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out. Turns out that those of us who said there were 1,000 backers at most left or right. Yeah, absolutely.
The funniest thing is that the Pit campaign only has 666 backers, and Irene has 700 and so backers for her last campaign.
Yeah,
What a shame.
the numbers are really low. They're lower than we imagined. Why did I'm talking about the topic, Kissifus. It's in the title. And I'm talking about the topic. Don't call me Pookie. Don't call me Pookie. The IGD drama is that Indiegogo has now showing the actual backer numbers as opposed to how many times the backer backs. So if I backed it 3 times, it'll show up as 3 backers. But if I back it 3 times, it's going to come still as 1 individual backer, like what Kickstarter does. That's the first one. Second thing is, as Helmut said, there was a issue with backer names being doxed on the comment section. So Indiegogo is currently working on that. But there you go. So I'm not mad, Kissifus. I'm not mad. You just can't hear. You have a hearing problem. You can't hear. Oh, Carson's tired. Then go to sleep, Carson. Go to sleep, Carson. You should sleep. You should sleep. I know you're tired, but it's not my problem. It's not my problem. You should get some sleep.
Wait, is the Lousy Lizard streaming tonight?
I don't know. Probably not. Probably maybe tomorrow, because I think he streamed. He didn't stream yesterday, so I think he's setting up for a big show Friday, I believe. I don't know. As far as I know, he's not streaming tonight. As far as I know, but you know what I could do is I could check the Discord. Well, no, I'm not checking Discord right now. So anyway,
so Fartface, we only have 2 streams left till we do the Halloween Lollapalooza.
it's a sleepathon. Sleepathon.
It's the Halloween Lollapalooza.
Okay. Do you have any final words, Moon of Hell?
Yeah, like I said, we have only 2 streams left till we do the Halloween Lollapalooza.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Yes, we're streaming. Wait. Are you? Wait. Is he Lord Raptor? Is this Lord Raptor? Did he just dox himself? Kissifus just doxed himself. He's Lord. He's Raptor.
Ooh.
Wow. I got you. Got you. Oh, yeah, got you. Anyway, we will see you.
So Kissy is a witch lover?
Yes, he is. Kissy is a witch lover confirmed. He's witch lover confirmed. Oh wait, my good friend, my lovely Georgina Floyd's in the chat. Shit. Hello, Georgina. I think I'll get stoned and watch Return of the Living Dead. Yeah, I might watch a movie too. I'm gonna watch a horror movie because I need to catch up on something. So I think I'll do that. Or maybe I'll watch some Zone Fighter with Godzilla. Who knows? Anyway, you said your last word, so
No, I didn't say my last word.
oh, what's your last word?
Penis juice. Click, click.
Just for that, this is for you.
You know what they say, nobody gives a hummer like a gummer.
Baby,